Today we're going to open a message from the Vishnu Devananda Upanishad and see what Swami Vishnu is teaching us this morning. So Swami Vishnu Devananda is standing, I believe it's in our ashram in Canada, in front of one of the houses or the offices. Beautiful picture. And this is from the chapter of karma and reincarnation. So we had already one on this topic last time. Let's see what Swami Vishnu is telling us now. We are here to work out our karma, and for that we need an instrument, the physical body. We get a body which is suitable to work out our particular karma. We are born in a place where we will be able to work out our karma. So this is something that I explained last time. So for those of you who are not here, I will just make a short recap. One of our existential questions, there are many existential questions that, we are confronted at some point of our life or many times in our life. One of the questions is, why am I here? Where did I come from? What is the purpose of my life? Where will I go after death? Usually we're not asking those questions when existence is taken for granted, when existence is, undisturbed. And then, it's obvious that we exist. We are just here. There is no question about it. And everything else is also here. There is no question about it. So now the only question is how to engage with this existence in order to make it more fun, in order to make it more pleasurable, in order to, make out the best out of it. Anyway, I'm in the ashram, like, what are the attractions, right? You're coming to a new place, you check, what are the attractions in this place? What is attractive? What will give me the most excitement, pleasure, sense of happiness, sense of fulfillment, and that I can really take cool selfies in, post it into Instagram, and make everybody envy because I nailed it. I played to the Bahala. So this is the question that we are always asked. But when existence itself, which is the basis of everything else, is threatened, either directly to us or to somebody or to something that is really close to us, then this existence that was taken for granted, this existence that was obvious, that existence that seems to be like forever there, we start to feel insecure. We feel, oh my God, like that person, he was so healthy. He was, young. And all of a sudden, walking in the street, heart arrest, boom, gone. So it's going to happen to me as well. Like, I'm going to, maybe go to the boutique, buy a smoothie. Even before finishing the smoothie, I may be gone. Just let me finish the smoothie, for God's sake. No. So then the question comes, why? Why? Why did he have to go? He was so young. Sometimes, God forbid, sometimes a baby in the cradle. He didn't do anything. Only 1 month year old. No, 1 month. 1 month old. Or 1 month young. So yeah, he didn't do anything. Then the question comes, why? And the answer that we all figured out last time, in one word, is karma. This is a prarabdha karma. This is a certain karmic seeds from previous lives and previous actions that those seeds came now to a state where they can, actually sprout, mature, grow, and eventually give us fruits in terms of fruits, fruits of actions in the form of experiences. Even right now, there are so many seeds in your Sanchita Karma, in your subtle and causal body that are being, growing, and they will bring you the next fruits, next day, next year. They're already here. It's not that you are creating them right now. They're already here from previous life waiting to manifest. So then people will say, so what, life is totally deterministic? Like, it doesn't matter what I will do now? Everything is predetermined for this life? It's all like I'm boxed. The yogis say, no, not fully. You are boxed, but not fully boxed. Because as this karma is coming to you, there is, to some extent, a freedom of choice. Even your choices are conditioned. Where our choices of emotional reaction, of mental reaction, verbal reaction, physical reaction are conditioned. It's not totally free. But still, we can work on it. We can change our conditioning. We can change our habits. We can break habits. We can build up new habits. There is some degree of freedom within this box, within this condition. But the idea that the yogis are telling us is not that we can change our prarabdha karma, but we can change the way we are reacting to that prarabdha karma. You see, some people asked, Gandhi, everybody heard about Mahatma Gandhi. He was dedicating his life, majority portion of his life, decades of his life, to bring peace in non-violent means. So he was working so much to bring peace with no violence, with actually praying for the other side, praying for the, oppressor, praying for their peace, praying for their well-being, praying for them. But still, how he ended his life? He was assassin in a very violent manner, not in a peaceful manner, in bed, surrounded by loving family members, all chanting mantra. He was shot. But as he was shot, what he was doing? He repeated his Ishtadevata's name. He repeated Ram, 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 and this is how he lived. So, although he did so much good, so much preaching, and not just preaching, exemplifying by his own life, paying huge costs, doing a lot of sacrifice, although he did so much good in the field of, spreading love, peace, non-violence, still his prarabdha karma was to die in a violent way. So it's not that your actions will change prarabdha, but they will change the way you react. They will change your inner experience. And this is something huge. And this is why Krishna is telling to Arjuna again and again in the Gita, your right, your privilege is to act only. Don't stop acting because things will not go your way, like a small child. If it doesn't go my way, it goes no way. No. Act. This is your privilege. Having a human body, having self-awareness, having, to some extent, free will. It is your privilege to act from free will. But you have no right for the fruits. Don't claim the fruits. Don't try to hold the fruits. Don't try to possess the fruits. Don't try to control the fruits. Don't try to, be the have the possessorship over the fruits. The fruits are, Krishna says, this is the property of God. Karma Faladata. Ishwara, or God, or the Lord, is the one, the Lord that controls the law of karma. He is the one that distributes the fruits of karma for each jiva, for each soul, according to its actions from past life. Even your body is part of your karma. The fact that you've been born as a human and not as a tree or a shrub or a lizard or a snail in the ashram, or a snail in Nassau, or a sea turtle, or a seaweed, or as an amoeba. The fact that you've received this kind of body, it's part of your karma. You didn't design it. You didn't create it. Even your parents didn't create it. Your parents were, engaged in a certain act that initiated the process that they didn't have any control over. And then a body was created because of your karma. Your social economic situation, the state of your health, your resilience, your gender, your mental and emotional, health and balance are all due to this karma. Even identical twins who are coming from the same, fertilized ovum, from the same fertilized egg, their body had the same DNA. They don't have the same karma. They don't, to some extent, they have some traits that are similar. But you see, they have total different personality, total different inclinations, energies. Why? Because of their own karma. Although they were coming physically from the same identical DNA, they had the same food, the same education, the same parents, everything the same. The same room, they share the same room, same experience, everything. Still, a person is different because of karma. So once we understand it, we can understand the answer to the question why. Because usually when things are going well, nobody asks why. Oh God, why did you make me so smart? Oh God, why do I have so much abundance around me, for God's sake? Why? We don't ask these questions. We ask these questions only when things go wrong. From my perspective, everything is in divine order. Nothing goes wrong. Everything is in divine order. But from my perspective, it is wrong. So, in order to understand right and wrong, I'll tell you a tale. It's coming from the mystic Judaism tradition. And it's talking about a great, great mystical master and his students. And one time, the students were asking the teacher to really teach them the mysteries of reincarnation. And the teacher, declined again and again. But one day after they, pressed him, he said, you know what? It's time. It's time for you to learn a thing or two about reincarnation. So they say, thank you very much. And he told them, early in the morning, go to the nearby forest, go deep into the forest. You will see a clearing deep in the forest. In the middle of this clearing, there will be a huge tree. And there will be shrubs quite far from there. Just hide behind the shrubs and observe. Just look at the tree and don't do anything. Whatever happens, do not react, do not respond, do not intervene. Just observe. The students were very, very happy and they went to the forest. They found the clearing, they saw the tree, saw the shrubs, went behind the shrubs and observed. After a couple of hours, they heard a horse riding from somewhere, and they saw a nobleman riding on the horse, coming towards this clearing, seeing the tree, and being immediately exhausted, he jumped off the horse, tied the horse to the tree, and, lied beneath the shade of the tree. After an hour or two of a power nap, he woke up, totally refreshed, jumped back on the horse, untied, of course, and took leave. And they observed from afar that a small parcel was left behind, unnoticed by this nobleman. Couple of, like an hour later, something like this, another horse is coming from another direction, and they thought maybe this is the nobleman coming back to pick up his parcel, but no, there was another person, another nobleman coming with his horse, seeing the tree, the same tree, jumping off the horse, tying up the tree, wanting to rest, lying down, feeling something beneath him, looking, seeing this parcel, opening it up, and finding like a treasure of like so many gold coins. He was so surprised. He looked here, he looked there, told anybody here? Nobody there. Say what? My good fortune. Thank you, God. Took the money and rode from there. The students are just observing this whole weird scene, but they are not doing anything. After a while, they hear somebody really moaning and gasping and breathing very heavily, and they see this person clad in rags, really looking bad, looking as if he didn't eat for several days, totally exhausted, barely bearing the weight of his body, coming to the tree, leaning on the tree and falling on the ground, totally passing out from exhaustion. And after a while, they hear again the riding of a horse, and they see the first nobleman coming, jumping off the horse, not even tying it, looking around the tree, looking for his parcel, not finding it, seeing this person lying beneath the tree, lifting it up in the air and saying, and the person is like startled, waking up, says, "Where is my money?" Said, "I don't know." Slapping him, "Where is my money?" "I don't know, sir." Boom, punching him, "Where is my money?" The person said, "I don't know." Searching him all over the body, punching him, almost killing him, seeing that the money is not there, riding on his horse, leaving. Now, the students are behind the shrub, not doing anything. Time to, the sun is almost setting. It's time to come out of the forest before it will be totally dark and they will be lost in the forest. They're going back to their master. And the master is grinning happily. And they are confused. They are frustrated. They are really agitated. So he said, "Okay, so you got something. Did you understand a thing or two about life?" He said, "Yes. This world is so unfair. This world is so unjust. This world is so cruel." So really? Said, "Yes. What is this? One person losing his money. One person just take the money and goes away without any effort to find, who it belongs to. Another person, he's so innocent, he didn't know anything. He's so, he's so miserable. And he gets beaten. He gets almost killed. What is this world?" So the master said, "Chill, relax, breathe, sit, listen. 100 years ago, there were two friends. And these two friends were like brothers. They loved one another like so loved. And one day, one of the friends got bankrupt. It was in a very bad state. So he went to his friend and told him, "My friend, I really need some help to get a kickstart, my life." And the friend said, "Of course. You're like my brother. Whatever I have is yours. Like, take money, you know, get it back to me whenever you feel that you can, and just, Do something with your life. So the person took the money, start a small business, start some investments, and the luck really, shone on it. And he did very well, very, very well. And he became more and more wealthy. Now, as he became more and more wealthy, the other friend that gave the money started to become poor, poorer, poorest, really bankrupt. So one day his wife told him, go to your friend and ask for the money that you gave. It's all money. Ask for it. So he went to the friend and he told him, I'm like in a slightly bad situation right now. I really need the money that, I gave you back then. And the friend said, no, I'm so sorry, I really would like to, but right now there is such an investment that I cannot offer to lose. I cannot do it. And the friend said, when you needed it, I gave you without even asking. What are you saying? Like, this is my money. And the friend says, I understand. I will give you, but not right now. I cannot. So their first friend, filed a lawsuit and persecute. No, how do you? Anyway, he summoned their other friend to court. But the other friend, who was quite wealthy at the time, he bribed the judge. So in the courtroom, he got free. And the other friend, who was bankrupt and didn't have anything, now even losing the lawsuit, he was so heartbroken that after a while he died. Not long ago, after he died. And after a while, the other friend died, and everybody died. Now the master says, now everybody came back. Everybody came back. So the first nobleman that you saw was the friend that was given the money. Now in this life, he lost the money. That was not his anyway. The other nobleman that found the money out of the blue just received back the money that was his from the first place. And then they say, but who was the poor man that was beaten? He says this was the judge that was bribed. So we don't. What we see is a very, 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 very small slit, very, very small slit of a big continuum of the life of the soul. When you just look at this slit, things don't make sense. And there are many, many doubts, and many whys, and many frustrations. But when we see the big picture, everything makes sense. Whatever you reap is whatever you sow. When you see a big tree that yields mangoes, it means that once upon a time, a mango seed was sown. These mangoes didn't come out of the blue. So, Swami Vishnu is telling us, you've been given the body and the conditions that will allow you to work your karma. Don't run away from it. Don't despise it. Don't hate it. Don't harm it. It is your best gift, designed particularly, tailor-made, custom-made by God Himself for you to learn the karmic lessons, for you to learn how to manage your reactions in order to, in the beginning, get a better karma, a best karma, and eventually, if you are wise, join the JoTTC and learn in the JoTTC the secret of how to transcend karma and be liberated from karma. Om Tat Sat. So, God put you here this morning in order for you to, if you haven't done the TTC and you don't have the cleanse, May TTC. Sorry, the May TTC. I would May TTC. Yeah. So thank you. So God put you here today. This is not by chance. You see, all your soul's life was just to bring you here, so there will be no doubt about what you should do next. If you haven't done TTC, next thing, it's 8 o'clock, reception, charge, and 11, what is the time? 11? At 2 o'clock, orientation for the course. This is the best camp. Om Tat Sat.